Shriram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
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 सियावर रामचंद्र की
Jai.
श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
Jai.
ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः. ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः. ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. ओम श्री जानकी वल्लभो विजयते श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं. नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे. नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागं पाणौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्. अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि. So we saw that Dasharath Maharaj's palace is full of joy because 4 sons are born, and after some time he has called Vasishta Rishi, asking the Guru to keep names for these 4 sons. And Vasishta Rishi says, Jo Ananda Sindhu Sukarasi, Sikarate Trailoka Supasi, So Sukhadham Rama Asanama, Akhila Lokadayaka Vishrama. That great Lord who is Sukha Ananda Sindhu, who is the ocean of bliss, Sukha Rashi, who is the treasure of all joy, Sukha Dhama, who is the abode of all joy, taking a drop from which ocean, Trailoka Supasi, all the 3 worlds become happy from that one drop. Now imagine if drop is that much, then how much will be the ocean? That Bhagavan will be named Rama Asanama, Akhila Lokadayaka Vishrama, and one who gives beautiful rest, one who gives assurance, one who gives, what do you call as, contentment to all the worlds. That will be the name of this first son, Rama. Then second, Kaikeyi's son, Vishwa Bharana Poshana Karajoi, Takara Nama Bharata Sahoi. Vishwa, in the entire world, Bharana Poshana, one who nourishes and one who protects the entire world, his name will be Bharata. Jake Sumirana Te Ripunasa, and one by whose mere remembrance all the enemies are destroyed, Nama Satruhana Beda Prakasha, his name will be Shatrugna. And then last comes Lakshmana, Lachana Dham, one who is the abode of all virtues, Rama Priya, is very dear to Bhagavan Sri Rama, Sakala Jagata Adhar, and the support of the entire world. He is Sheshanaga's avatar. He is supporting the entire world on his hood. Guru Vasishta Tehi Rakha, Lachimana Nama Udar. Bhagavan, Guru Vasishta kept his name as Lakshmana. So we saw Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana and Shatrugna, or Shatrugna and Lakshmana. Okay. We also saw their significance. Brahman only has taken birth as these four. So Brahman, Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha and Virat. All are nothing but these four forms. Right? And therefore, that we should not have, see, this kind of division we often hear. We saw here also that Payasa was given and half was given to Kausalya and quarter was given to Kaikeyi, and remaining half of 2 things were given to Sumitra. Now in other Ramayanas you will see different kind of division. Other Ramayanas you will see different division. In one Ramayana, very interestingly, it is said that he divided it into equal 3 parts. So entire thing was divided into 3 parts. One was given to Kausalya, one was given to Sumitra, one was given to Kaikeyi. Now this Sumitra's portion was taken by Garuda. Okay. So because Sumitra didn't have, so from there Kausalya and Kaikeyi gave half of to Sumitra. Okay. And therefore she will have 2. She will always have 2. And this portion which Garuda took was given to Anjana Mata, and therefore Hanumanji was born with that same payasam. That also story is there. But there it is not payasam actually. There it is phala. Fruit is given as prasad. Therefore Garuda could take. Payasam, how will Garuda take? Very difficult. Technical difficulty, you see. So fruit was given. And that only was divided. Now in some other places you will see other division also. In one place it is said only he divided into 2. Gave to Kausalya and Kaikeyi. Now out of their goodwill, they gave half of to Sumitra. But you see, this division of 50%, 12.5%, that 25%, that doesn't apply to Brahman. When it is said Brahman has taken 4 forms, it is not that he is going to take forms in quantity. That half of Brahman has gone to Shrirama. Right? There is no division that is happening in Brahman. That we should always remember. Okay. This is for worldly purpose, for entertainment purpose only. That all these things are said. Also what we can understand is manifestation purpose also. How much is manifesting? That Ishwaratva, how much of it is manifesting? From that standpoint also we can see this. But all of them are Sakshat Bhagavan, and the 4 are there. Now we see some of the interesting stories that Rama, Lakshmana, how they always want to be together, Bharata, Shatrugna, how they want to be together. Now they are growing up, and it is said that Bhagavan Sri Rama is so beautiful that even Kamadeva will become envious, will become jealous. In other place, Tulsidas Ji has said, Kandarpa Aganita Amita Chabi Navanila Nirada Sundaram Patapita Manu Tadita Ruchishuchi Naumi Janaka Sutavaram. That Janaka's Sutavaram, the husband of Janaka's daughter, that is Sita Ji's husband, Shrirama is how Kandarpa Aganita Amita Chabi. So beautiful that Aganita Kandarpas, innumerable Kamadevas will not be able to equal Bhagavan's beauty. That is how he is. And his feet had all the markings, all the divine markings. They have Lakshanas. From the markings of the feet only they can tell what is going to happen. So all Vajra, Dwaja, Ankusha, all these kind of markings which are supposed to show Aishwarya, supposed to show Bhaga, all those markings are also there. Now actually there are not many Shishu Leela that are explained in Ramacharitamanas, nor in Valmiki Ramayana. Valmiki Ramayana also you will not see lot of different actions of Sri Rama are not there. That Shishu Leela is special of Krishna only, not of Bhagavan Sri Rama. If you remember, when we were seeing this comparison of Sri Rama and Sri Krishna, we said Sri Rama is Suryavamshi. Therefore, buddhi should be used to understand his charitra. Whereas Sri Krishna is Chandravamshi, mind should be used. So mind melts with Shishu Leela. Therefore, maximum Leelas of Sri Krishna will be as a child. After he grows up, not many Leelas are there. Of course, because he is Ishvara, some Leelas will be there. But maximum Leela, if you see, are in his childhood only. In Gokula and Vrindavan. Once you goes to Mathura, then the Leelas etc. are very less. In Bhagavata also Dashamaskanda, if Dashamaskanda is divided into two, no, Purvarda and Uttararda. Purvarda is the entire Shishu Leela only. Uttararda is like this, like this, like this. It goes very fast. But Shrirama, because intellect needs to be used, after he grows up, all the other Leelas are there. But one Leela, Tulsidas Ji says here, that one day what happened, Kausalya Mata made Bhagavan Sri Rama sleep in the cradle. And she thought that now, he is sleeping, I have some time, let me finish my puja and come. So she went inside, she did puja, and she kept Naivedya etc. And suddenly she thought that, let me just check whether he is okay. So she came there and she saw and he was sleeping. Came back again, she saw that Sri Rama is sitting inside the puja room eating prasad. Now she thought that, how come I just saw him there. So again she went to check. He was sleeping in the cradle. Again she came here and she saw here also he is eating. And it is said, when she saw, she looked at him, he looked at her and smiled. I already told you smile is dangerous. And it is said that Bhagavan showed him Vishwarupa, to Kausalya Mata. Okay. Similar kind of story is there for Yashoda Mata also, but that is when he ate dirt or ground, earth he ate. What Shri Krishna will do, what you can never tell. And you open your mouth, entire Vishwa he showed. This is little different. This he was eating prasad and Bhagavan showed Vishwarupa. So why? See, that desire of Shatarupa was there. Earlier also we have seen that Shatarupa wanted her to have that knowledge. So in between he will keep giving that knowledge that I am Bhagavan. All other times he will make her forget, but in between. And that's why he says, Tana pulakita mukha bachana naava, Nayana mudi chara nani sirunava, Bismayavanta dekhi mahatari, Bhaye bahuri, Shishurupa kharari. She was looking like a wonder, what is happening? Suddenly that small boy has become Vishwarupa. And again he left that Vishwarupa and again became small baby also. So that is one Leela which is mentioned. Other description that Tulsidas Ji does is that Bhagavan Sri Rama used to love playing with other kids. So of course brothers and some other children also will be there in and around. He will play with them. And his favorite thing was to roll in the dust. Okay. And all mothers have seen this. That's why I always think that, I think in this thing, boys are very different from girls. Boys, when they go out, their dress is unrecognizable when they come back. You can't make, was this the dress that he went with? No idea, because it will be filled with dust and all, everything that is possible that can come. And they will go anyway. Tire is there, they will play with the tire. So tire markings also will be there on the dress. And of course, dirt is normal. And sometimes that metal rust, favorite thing. I don't know why the pipe is there, metal, they want to see from close, what is that? So those things also will be there. They love this. So Bhagavan, it is coming from Shrirama onwards, okay. So he used to love rolling in the dust and spend time with children. That was also happening. And as they were growing up, all the samskaras are also to be done. So different samskaras are also done. That is also said, Jata karma, Chuda karma, Namakarana, already done. Now after that what? One more, Chuda karma was also done, 202.2 if you see. Chuda karana kina gurujai, Biprana puni dachina bahupai. And Chuda karma was also done. Chuda karma is removing the hair first time. Sometimes also piercing the ear also, that is also done same time. So Chuda karma was also done. Then Yajñopavita samskara was done. Upanayana samskara, what is called as Upanayana samskara. So Upanayana samskara was done and Vidyarambha. So now these 4 kids, they have to, now they are not kids only. Now they have to go to Gurukula. They have to go to Guru's place, stay there and study. So all 4 have gone to Vasishta Rishi. And it is said that very quickly they all, learnt everything that needs to be learned. Okay, let us read that portion. Where is this? After Doha number 203. बालचरित अति सरल सुहाए,
बालचरित अति सरल सुहाए,
शारद शेष शंभु श्रुति गाए,
शारद शेष शंभु श्रुति गाए,
जिन कर मन इन्ह सनन हिराता,
जिन कर मन इन सन नहीं राता,
ते जन वंचित किए विधाता,
ते जन वंचित किए विधाता,
भय कुमार जब ही सब भ्राता,
भय कुमार जब ही सब भ्राता,
दीन जनेऊ गुरु पितु माता,
दीन जनेऊ गुरु पितु माता,
गुरु गृह गए पढ़न रघुराई,
गुरु गृह गए पढ़न रघुराई,
अल्प काल विद्या सब आई,
अल्प काल विद्या सब आई,
जाकी सहज श्वास श्रुति चारी,
जाकी सहज श्वास श्रुति चारी,
सो हरि पढ़यः कौतुक भारी,
सो हरि पढ़यः कौतुक भारी,
विद्या विनय निपुण गुणशीला,
विद्या विनय निपुण गुणशीला,
खेल ही खेल सकल नृपलीला,
खेल ही खेल सकल नृपलीला,
करतल बाण धनुष अति सोहा,
करतल बाण धनुष अति सोहा,
देखत रूप चराचर मोहा,
देखत रूप चराचर मोहा,
जिन बीति न बिहरहि सब भाई,
जिन बीति न बिहरहि सब भाई,
थकित होई सब लोग लुगाई,
थकित होहि सब लोग लुगाई,
कोसलपुर बासी नर,
कोसलपुर बासी नर,
नारी वृद्ध रुबाल,
नारी वृद्ध रुबाल,
प्राण हुते प्रिय लागत,
प्राण हुते प्रिय लागत,
सब कहूँ राम कृपाल,
सब कहूँ राम कृपाल, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।
श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
जय।
हाँ, भय कुमार जब ही सब भ्राता. Now from Shishu they have become Kumar. Okay, so next stage of life. What happened? Bhaya Kumara. Deenha Janevu Guru Pitu Mata. That time Janevu was given. Yajnopavita was given. And Upanayana Samskara was done by Guru, Pita, Mata, by all of them. Guru Griha Gaye Padhana Raghurai. And they all went to Guru Griha, Guru's house, Gurukula. Okay, no home school. Bhagavan went to stay in Vasishta Rishi's ashram because everything has to be learnt. Not just the knowledge in the class, but how to live alone, how to take care of yourself, how to take care of your own things, how to have the discipline in life. Everything needs to be learnt, no? How to serve. So for that, all four of them have gone to Gurukula. Bhagavan Shri Krishna also went. Everybody. Shri Krishna also went. Sandipani Rishi. So here they went to Vasishta Rishi's ashrama, Alapakala Vidya Sabai. And in little time only they got all the Vidyas. Somebody will say that, what is this? He says, don't say that in less time, how did they went, that is a big thing. Jaki sahaja swasa shrutichari. It is said, one whose natural breathing is the four Vedas. Yasya nishvasitam Vedaha. It is said, Vedas have come from his breathing. Exhalation has created Vedas. Now such a person, so hari padha, yah kautukavari. He is going to study those Vedas from Guru. That is a wonder. Not that he learnt in a small time. That is not a wonder. He took very less time to learn. That is not a wonder. Wonder is one who knows everything. Veda Vedye. Pare Pumsi. One who is to be known through Vedas, he is going to study Vedas. That's a great thing. And what? Vidya, Binaya, Nipuna Guna Shila. Didn't just get information. Vidya dadati vinayam, we said no. So Vidya gave humility, that also they learnt. Nipuna, Nipunata means expertise, means how to use that knowledge into practice. Guna, the virtues, and Shila, Shila is conduct. All these things they learnt in the Gurukula. See, what is lacking in our present day education system is all the other facets. We only teach them information, data. We don't teach all other things. That's why Gurukul system was good. Why? Everything you will learn. Khela hi khela, sakala nrpalila. And all these things he was doing like some sport is going on. Not very, lot of effort is required. Not like that. Just like that. Karatala bana dhanushati soha. Dekhat rupa charachara moha. And that is when he picked up also Dhanusha and Ban. Must be as child also, they must have made it. See, when those things are around, that is what we will pick up. See, the entire upbringing depends on what kind of surrounding is there. He is born in palace. Everybody he sees has got some weapons in hand. So automatically they will also pick up that. So Karatala Bana, in hand he is having Bana and Dhanusha. Ati Shobha, and it's so beautiful. Dekhata Rupa Charachara Moha. And that, seeing that beautiful form, everybody used to get mohita, used to get, attracted to Bhagavan, used to have that love for Bhagavan. And we have seen that once Bhagavan had that Dhanusha Bana as child, till end he never left. That is always in hand. You will never see Shri Krishna with Dhanusha Bana. Have you seen? He was bored. He said, entire Rama Avatar, what did I do? Oh, both our hands were, now I want free. So even if flute is there, he will put it. Stick is there, he will put it. Hand should be free. Krishna Bhagavan is Krishna Bhagavan, you can't argue with him. But why? Because he grew up in Vrindavan and Gokul. There were nobody with Dhanusha Bana there. Why will he pick up those things? So people used to have sticks for cow grazing, cattle grazing, etc. So he picked up stick. But otherwise, Dhanusha Bana, etc., you will never see Bhagavan. But Shrirama is not. He will have Dhanusha Bana all throughout. That is how he was. And he started doing other Leelas also of Avatar. They came back from Guru Graha. They used to go for hunting. Kshatriyas, okay? They are supposed to hunt. Why? Because that keeps them, engaged, and that keeps them alert. They are supposed to protect. So for protection, it's like a training. When they go for hunting in the forest, they have to run behind and they have to chase and they have to have, correct aiming and everything should be there. So hunting is must for Kshatriyas. So he used to go there with all the brothers. And whatever they have hunted, whatever animal they have hunted, they used to bring and show to father. See, today we did this, today we did that. No, somebody will say, Vedji, hunting is not good. See, that's why now we have so many, not zoo, sanctuaries, bird sanctuary and animal sanctuary. And why? Because controlled environment. Nobody can hunt. See, we cannot understand any historical period unless we understand the entire society which was there in that period. Okay, it's not like today where we have restaurants and where we have food industry and everything is so. Everybody used to take care of their own food. And in the same way, hunting etc. There are no like we have now no training for soldiers. We didn't that time. It was all it's a hands-on training. They have to do it. There is no other way. And hunting is allowed in the Treta Yuga, in the Dwapar Yuga. Hunting is allowed for Kshatriyas. For Kshatriyas, according to Guna, Karma, whatever Varna is there, according to that. Brahmanas are not allowed to kill anybody. Because that's not their job. They don't need to. Their job is to study and teach. When that is the job, you don't have to kill animals for any reason. Neither for eating nor for any other purpose. So, Brahmanas were not allowed to do this. But Kshatriyas were asked to do it. Again, Vaishyas were not allowed. Because for them, hunting etc. is not required. What Tulsidas Ji says here is very beautiful. He says, Je mriga rama bana ke mare, te tanu taji suraloka sidhare. You see the other side of it. He says, every single animal that Bhagavan killed went to Swargaloka. Got mukti from this janma. Earlier also, I was telling you that there are many reasons why Bhagavan has come. So we never know, because of some shrapa, somebody will be stuck in some animal form and he has to give mukti. So all those concepts also we must understand. And that is how he was growing up. Ideal student. Short summary is also given that he will get up very early. He will prostrate to his parents and then he will ask, what is today's instruction for me? What should I do? And then he will do it, whatever instruction is given. He will study study Vedas daily. Okay? Sadhana Panchakam, Vedo Nityam Adiyatam. Bhagavan knew. Not that Bhagavan followed Shankaracharya Ji. Shankaracharya Ji came later, but Bhagavan knew Vedas should be studied daily. Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam Na Pramaditavyam. So he used to do Swadhyaya and Pravachan also. Sometimes some doubts will be there among the brothers, so he will solve. He will explain them, this is what it means. This is Swadhyaya Pravachana was also happening. Basically, he was spending his time how an ideal student should, and in the process giving joy to everyone around. Now you see, let us understand little spiritual significance behind this entire concept. See, Bhagavan Sri Rama is born in Ayodhya. Ayodhya. Ayodhya means what? The place where there is no battle, no yuddha, no battle, no conflict, no dispute, no disharmony, nothing is there. That is called as Ayodhya. So, Ayodhya represents heart which has peace and harmony, which is not in conflict. That heart is indicated by Ayodhya, the place. In this heart, there is mind and intellect. Antakarana. Mind is indicated by Dasharath Maharaj. Mind is indicated by Dasharath Maharaj. Very interesting story is there that once Indra Bhagavan called Dasharath Maharaj to help Indra Bhagavan to win over some asuras for fighting. And it is said Dasharath Maharaj went there, and the famous story goes like this, that Dasharath Maharaj used to himself drive his chariot and also fight and drive the chariot in all 10 directions. So 8 directions plus up and down. All directions he used to carry the chariot himself while fighting. And that's why his name is Dasharatha. Dasharatha means in all 10 directions he can take his Ratha while fighting. Now that Dasharatha, spiritual significance is, 10 are the organs. The organs of perception, Jnanendriyas, and organs of action, Karmendriyas. Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya. Now the mind which has all Dasha Indriyas under control, that mind is indicated by Dasharatha. So Dasharath Maharaj indicates that mind which has total mastery over all the 10 senses. He has wives, main 3 wives are there. Those 3 wives indicate different kinds of buddhi, different kinds of intellect. So Kausalya is the intellect that is expert but is interested in the welfare of other people. Kausalya, welfare, the buddhi that thinks about welfare of other people, which brings prosperity, that is called as Kausalya. So intellect which thinks about others. Now Sumitra is the intellect that is friendly with everybody, that does not have that kind of ego, arrogance, nothing, very humble. So that Sumitra represents that intellect which has friendship, which has an attitude of friendship towards everyone. And Kaikeyi is a very interesting intellect. What? It has two qualities which are quite opposite, but they coexist. The qualities of compassion and passion. The qualities of compassion and passion. So we will see in Kaikeyi's Charitra, Kaikeyi's life, we will see when she loves somebody, she over loves. There is absolutely nothing that she will not do. In Valmiki Ramayana also it is said that when Bhagavan was married and they all came, all four were married together. So when all of them came, Kaikeyi's palace was the best palace in Ayodhya. It was built by her father for her, Kanaka Mahal. It is palace of gold, Kanaka Bhavan. Even now that palace is there. And when they all came back, 4 sons with 4 wives now, they came back, she gave that palace to Shrirama and Sita, not to her own son. Why? Her love for Shrirama was something else. So that palace was given to Bhagavan and Sita ji, and they lived there for 12 years. So when that compassion is there, it is too much of compassion. But when that same intellect goes for passion, then complete different track, that also extreme. So Kaikeyi represents that kind of buddhi. Okay. In people also, in all of us, all these things exist. See, there are some people, when they do for others, they will do, and when they want something for themselves, then they will go full on for that also. Why? Because this is all same, compassion, passion, they coexist. Looks like opposite, but they coexist. Now when in that Ayodhya heart, which has no conflicts, when the mind has control over all the senses, and when the intellect is of this kind, Kausalya, Sumitra and Kaikeyi, then in such place, to such couple or to such parents, children are born. Who are the children? Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata and Shatrugna. Shrirama represents the self in the entire story. So Bhagavan, if you want to put it as some guna, it is Ananda guna. He is the ocean of bliss. That's why the name Rama also. Right? So Shrirama is born to whom? Dasharath and Kausalya, for the benefit of the world. That which brings prosperity, to that intellect he is born. Now to Sumitra, first one son born is Lakshmana. Lakshman ji represents 2 qualities. The qualities of dispassion is Vairagya, and service, Seva. Dispassion and Seva, Vairagya and Seva are the 2 qualities represented by Lakshman ji. So we will see throughout these 2 qualities of Lakshman ji will come out. Bharat ji represents 2 qualities of love and sacrifice. Prema and sacrifice. Sacrifice means Tyaga. So Prema and Tyaga are the qualities represented by Bharata. Why? Because Kaikeyi's son. Compassion is there, then love will automatically come. And Shatrugna represents selflessness and humility. Selflessness and humility. Selflessness means what? Niswarthata. And humility is Vinaya Vinamrata. That is represented by Shatrugna. Now in their Charitra also we will see these qualities. Okay. When we see Lakshman ji going with Shrirama and how he has served Bhagavan for those 14 years is unimaginable. And at the same time, Bharat ji has got so much of love, but sacrifice also, that I have to live far from you, and sacrifice of the kingdom, sacrifice of all the pleasures of the kingdom, and he lived there in Nandigrama, under the earth. Why? Gave up everything, sacrifice, natural. And for Shatrugna we see what? Selflessness. Nothing of his is for him. Bharat ji wants to go to his mama, Kaikeyi's brother, to Kaikeyi Desha. Shatrugna ji also went. He has no relation actually with them. He went. Then he came back. Then Shrirama, Lakshman, Sita, they all went to forest. He said, sacrifice, everything, selflessness, nothing for myself. And humility. Why? Because it is said, Dasa Dasa. Shrirama is the Malik, is the master. Bharat ji is Dasa. Bharat ji is his servant. Who is Shatrugna ji? He is Dasa Dasa, is servant of the servant. So we see humility. From another angle that we have seen in the last session also, that Nirguna Nirakara Brahman and then Ishvara and then Hiranyagarbha and Virat. From that angle also you will see the qualities match. As Brahman, Shrirama is Ananda Swarupa. Bharat ji as Ishvara has got love. Bharana Poshana of what? Of that love. Love is the only way by which you can nourish and protect. There is no other way. So love and sacrifice, this is very, very essential for Bharana Poshana. Then when we come to Hiranyagarbha, what is the quality? Selflessness and humility. These are the qualities of mind. And then on the gross level, what are the qualities that are coming? Qualities of Vairagya and Seva. Seva is physical, Vairagya also is physical. Outer, clear-cut expression of those qualities are there. So this way, we also see these four brothers exhibiting these qualities. Okay. So throughout when we see this entire Ramayana, the story of Bhagavan, we should see what are the spiritual aspects of them. No doubt that this entire story happened in Ayodhya many years back in different yuga, but this is happening even now inside us. Why? All these qualities are still there. Mind, intellect is still there. All these things are still there in us. That is what we see. Now, next story is going to start, that they are growing up and Vishwamitra Rishi comes. We will not start that. There is a backstory of Vishwamitra Rishi which we will see today. It is not mentioned in Ramacharitamanas. It comes in Valmiki Ramayana. Actually, Valmiki Ramayana has got many stories, such associated stories. So before Valmiki ji introduces Vishwamitra ji, he tells the entire story of Vishwamitra ji. Entire story, a huge story is there. Very interesting story. Vishwamitra Rishi was born in Chandravamsha. He was a king. He was Gadhi Raja's son. Gadhi was one king of Chandravamsha. His son was Vishwamitra. Was a Kshatriya. Okay. Born in Rajavamsha, in Chandravamsha, and was made king. Now once, when Vishwamitra Raja, along with his entire army, had gone for some fight, and while returning, the entire army, was very hungry, and their kingdom was still quite far. So they went to one ashrama, and that ashrama was of Vasishta Rishi. Okay, Vasishta Rishi is Kulaguru of Surya Vamsha. Okay, remember this, you should remember. So they went to Vasishta Rishi's ashram, and Vasishta Rishi welcomed the entire army and said that don't worry, you can stay here. And Vasishta Rishi made the entire arrangement, food for so many people, entire army, staying arrangement. And when Raja Vishwamitra saw all these things, he started to think that in this small ashram, how is he getting all these things? So he went and asked Vasishta Rishi, how are you managing? So Vasishta Rishi said that I have a Kamadhenu. I have a wish fulfilling cow. Her name is Shabala or Sabala. Shabala generally said. So because of her, whatever is required for the ashram, we just ask. When it becomes beyond our capacity. Every day's work we will still do. We will have our own cows, milking and all these things. For ashram or whatever required, we will do. But whenever I need, I can ask something and she gives. Now that Raja Vishwamitra said, imagine if I have that Kamadhenu, that Kamadhenu can be useful for the entire kingdom. Because nothing will be less in the entire kingdom. So he said, you please give this Kamadhenu to me. So Vasishta Rishi said that is not possible. He says, because rules are made. You want to take care of your kingdom, you should do it on your merit. Not on the merit of Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu is given to rishis. Because their focus is on something else, all the other things are managed by this Kamadhenu. But your main purpose is to take care of the entire kingdom. To make sure that the kingdom is prosperous. So, this Shabala cannot be given to you. It's not right. It's against the rule. Why? Then you will become, lethargic. You will not do your duty properly. But this king was adamant. He said, no, I am going to take. So, he said that by force, he started to take this Shabala. And this cow was such that she had so much of love for Vasishta Rishi, she didn't want to go. So every time the army men will try to take her, she will somehow escape from there and come back to Vasishta Rishi. So Vasishta Rishi felt so bad that with his Brahmadanda, Brahmarshi, Vasishta Rishi is Brahmarshi. With his Brahmadanda, he created an entire army to defeat this army of Vishwamitra. Now when that happened, Vishwamitra Raja has defeated somebody and is coming back, and he was defeated by an army created by a rishi. He felt very bad. He said, what is the purpose of my life? If with one shot he is creating some army like this, then I may have bigger army and everything. What is the use? So he gave up his kingdom to children and all these people, and he went to do tapasya. Vishwamitra is synonymous with tapasya. We will see how many times he has done tapas. So he did tapas, ghora tapas of Shivji, and Shivji became pleased and he asked for all the weapons, all the possible weapons, knowledge of all that, astra, shastra, everything. That entire knowledge he got. See, mind you, he was a king, okay? So his mind is still thinking about power through weapons. So he asked for all the weapons, all the different astras, Nagastra and Garudastra and this Dastra and that Astra and every Astra, Brahmastra onwards, everything was gained by him. And then he came and he attacked Vasishta Rishi's ashram. And he destroyed the entire ashrama. Did not leave anything. Vasishta Rishi was not there that time. So when Vasishta Rishi returned, he saw and Vishwamitra is standing there and with all the weapons. Said, now what will you do? So Vasishta Rishi said, you see, I didn't want this to come to this. See, simple thing was there. You wanted something, but it is against the rule. Therefore, I did not give. It is as simple as that. There was no need of having all this kind of arrogance, etc. But now if you want, okay, fine. So Vishwamitra Raja started to use all these weapons against Vasishta Rishi. And it is said that Vasishta Rishi with just Brahmadanda was managing all the weapons. He says finally he even took Brahmastra. Brahmastra is like atomic bomb, which will destroy everything. Even that Brahmastra was swallowed by this Brahmadanda. Now when that happened, he said, what is the use of all my weapons? Now he went to Vasishta Rishi, said sorry. One question. What? How did you get this Brahmadanda? If with that you are getting everything, how did you get this? So Vasishta Rishi said that you have to be Brahmarshi to get Brahmadanda. Okay, done. He went and he said, I want to become Brahmarshi. So he went, did again Ghora tapas. And Brahmaji appeared and said, you have done such, difficult austerity. From today onwards, you will be called as Rajarshi. Why? Because he was Raja. He was a king, Kshatriya first, and now Rishi. So today onwards, you will be called as Rajarshi. Vishwamitra said, that is not what I want. I want to become Brahmarshi. So he started to do more tapas. Now one day what happened? In Surya Vamsha, one king was there, his name was Trishanku. This Trishanku is a funny character. Okay, he got an idea that he wants to go to Swargaloka alive. So he came to Vasishta Rishi, Kulaguru, Surya Vamsha Kulaguru. So he went to Vasishta Rishi and said that I want to go to Swargaloka alive with this body. Vasishta Rishi said that is not possible. You have to die to go to Swargaloka. So not possible. Go back, have some other thing. So after some time when Vasishta Rishi was not there, his sons were there in the ashrama. He came to them and he said, your father is not allowing. I think he doesn't have power to send me to Swargaloka. So you send me to Swargaloka. So Vasishta Rishi's sons, they even said, already my father told, do not have the desire. Still you have desire and you want to go behind his back. Come to us and ask. You are like a Chandala. Chandala is the worst kind of human being. You become Chandala. So he lost all his luster, all his power, everything. And he started roaming here and there. When he was roaming, he met Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra said, who are you? What happened? He said, I was a king. I was ruling Ayodhya. I was a Trishanku name. And told the entire story. Vishwamitra said, oh, so Vasishta Rishi did not send you to Swarga. I will send you to Swarga. So Vishwamitra Ji with his power sent this Trishanku to Swarga. He reached Swarga, but on the door he was kicked. Why? You can't go with this body to Swargaloka. You have to have different body or you should be invited, special guest. Dasharath Maharaj went, Arjuna went. Huh? No, Nachiketa went to Yamaloka, not Swargaloka. That's two different things. So Swargaloka you can't. So he was thrown. Now he started falling from the sky. And while falling he is shouting, oh Vishwamitra Ji, save me, save me, save me. And in the sky itself, Vishwamitra Ji, stopped him. He is upside down. And he was stopped in the middle. Neither in Swarga nor on Bhuloka. That is why in Indian politics, when there is some kind of government, coalition government, is called Trishanku. Why? It is neither this side nor that side. It is in between. So Trishanku was stopped like this. And Vishwamitra Ji said, so angry that he was sent. He said, Trishanku, don't worry. I will create an entire universe for you. And with his power, he created an entire multiverse. Within universe, he created another universe upside down for Trishanku. And Trishanku was living there in that multiverse. But while creating all these things, Vishwamitra Ji lost all his power. So again he did tapas. Ghora tapas. Again for years and years together. Then we know the famous story. Indra became worried and he sent Menaka there. And Vishwamitra Rishi got attracted to Menaka, lived with Menaka, had daughter named Shakuntala, who later on Dushyanta Shakuntala, that same daughter. So all these things also happened. Right? So after a long time he suddenly realized, what was I doing? So he left Menaka, left Shakuntala and again went back. Now again power gone. Again he did tapas. And finally he became Brahmarshi. Okay. Many times when we take Vishwamitra Ji's name in the katha, we take it in a very negative sense, saying that one who got attracted to Menaka. I always tell, see, that is a one incidence. What he did before that and after that is very important. He was doing tapas, and he continued to do tapas even after, and he achieved the goal of Brahmarshi. And I also say that, you see, don't take Menaka lightly. You always say, oh, Vishwamitra Rishi got attracted to, you don't know how Menaka was. Swarga Apsara, she will be something, some power will be there. And I tell you, we don't need Apsaras. We are attracted to any other ladies on earth only. So people who get attracted to humans should not talk about Vishwamitra Rishi. That's my point. We have no idea. Oh, Menaka, Urvashi, how they look. We have no idea. So please do not take Vishwamitra Ji's name in this way that, oh, what is this, Vishwamitra Rishi got attracted. He did lot of tapas. Okay, and when he realized, he did even more tapas. Did we try also? We don't even try. And then sitting here, we say, what is this Vishwamitra Rishi? Wrong. Okay, this is Vishwamitra Rishi, one who is synonymous with tapas. It is said Vasishta Rishi himself came there when he was made Brahmarshi, and he announced to the world that now onwards Vishwamitra Rishi is Brahmarshi. And since then, Vishwamitra Rishi also had no enmity or any anger towards Vasishta Rishi. That is what Vishwamitra Rishi is. Now this Vishwamitra Rishi is going to come in the story. What happened, we'll see. Next session we'll see. Veeramaruti Gambhira Maruti,
Veeramaruti Gambhira Maruti,
Veeramaruti Ati Dhira Maruti,
Veeramaruti Ati Dhira Maruti,
Gita Maruti Sangita Maruti,
Gita Maruti Sangita Maruti,
Duta Maruti Rama Duta Maruti,
Duta Maruti Rama Duta Maruti,
Bhakta Maruti Parama Bhakta Maruti,
Bhakta Maruti Parama Bhakta Maruti,
Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti,
Veeramaruti Gambhira Maruti,
Gambhira Maruti,
Gambhira Maruti,
Gambhira Maruti,
Gambhira Maruti.
सियावर रामचंद्र की पवन सुत हनुमान की उमापति महादेव की बोलो भाई सब संतन की श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम।